Hi everyone, I'm Tony Jackson. Here is your weekly reading for the week of 16th to the 22nd of October 2017. For this week's reading, we're actually going to revise a video that I did back in July of this year. So the July 2017 monthly video, we're actually going to have a look at it again for this week, was about the blueprint. Now, what the blueprint actually is your map or pathway of life. So I believe that you sit with your guides prior to your incarnation into the physical body, prior to your birth into the physical body. You sit with your guides and you work out a map or blueprint. Now, it's basically things that you've got to cover during your life, but more of a direction or a guidance type thing. So, and I believe it downloads to you in various times during your life. Usually it's times when you make changes in your life for sometimes no apparent reason, sometimes because you just feel like it, or it's like following your destiny in a way. I believe you can kind of get off your blueprint or miss part of the blueprint if you're not fully aligned and accepting what it actually is. So for the July 2017 monthly video, we actually asked for any missing or relative information that we need at this time in our lives to come to us from our blueprint. So that was the major part of the July monthly video, and I thought we could perhaps ask for it again for this week's reading. So that was the first part. Now the second part to the blueprint, which I actually did in the weekly reading, so it was the first weekly reading for July, was actually a follow-on from the monthly reading, and it was also about the blueprint. And what we actually did in that, because I do get the guidance just before I film about what I'm meant to do it on, what I'm meant to talk about, what process or healing that I'm meant to teach to help anybody that's watching. I also believe that anybody that comes across my videos, the healing is meant for you. So that weekly video, we actually brought silver light into our aura to help us to understand the missing information from our blueprint. And I'll repeat again because it's not really missing as such, it's just we feel like it's missing. It's usually just sitting there, but we haven't been able to access it. I feel the blueprint sits in our outer layer of our aura, and at various times during our life, the information's downloaded to us when we need it. It may be a constant thing, but it feels like to me it's various points in our life when they go here this time, go here that time, and you'll be following your blueprint. Now, when you do follow your blueprint, I believe there will be a nice flow to your life because you're going, this is what I'm meant to do. That feels right to me. You feel more at ease. When you're not quite on your blueprint or you're way off your blueprint, you'll feel a bit lost. And I mean, you could go your whole life with not really accessing your blueprint, but let's not worry too much about that. Let's just ask for any relative to now, what we need now, because you don't want the information for later. It's better to ask for the relative or missing information to come to me now from my blueprint. So let's officially ask now together. Guides, angels, higher self, please retrieve any relative or missing information that I need now in my life from my blueprint. It's my free will and choice now to receive or accept any relative to now or missing. I call it missing because sometimes it feels like it's missing to us. Energies, information, guidance, relative information from my blueprint are now allowed to come to me. Guides, higher self, thank you. That was the monthly video. Basically, we just asked. Now, the second part to that process, if you just ask that, your guides will do it for you. So you can just repeat what I've said there. Now, because of free will, if we don't always ask, we don't get. So it's quite simple. And just by asking, I believe then it will be given to you. You may not hear it clearly. You may not know. But I believe after a longer period of time, you'll get a feeling like, well, I'm glad I asked them because things began to change. Can be just subtle, it can be just small, or can be major, just depending on what you need. So the second part to that process was actually working with silver light Now, what that silver light did, I believe, which was in the weekly video following the monthly, July monthly, was helping us to understand and download that information into our physical body and physical consciousness. So then I went about asking for the silver light to help us with understanding the missing information from our blueprint. So just imagine silver light in your aura. Just close your eyes and imagine that your whole aura and energy fields filling up with silver light. And then what I felt like, you do an aura massage. Now what that aura massage does was help to release that information from your blueprint. So just do that like I'm doing. Just visualize the silver light. And you can massage out here because I believe it sits in the etheric layer, in your outer layer of your aura. And just massage with silver light, and it I believe it's going to help release the information from our blueprint. So the first step was to ask, guides, angels, higher self, please retrieve any relative or missing information from my blueprint. It's my free will and choice to receive that now. Then take a pause, and then the next step was just visualizing silver light in your aura, or silver cloud, and massaging that silver light or silver cloud. I believe it helps to unlodge or dislodge the information coming into your physical body. Then you might even start to feel some energy. If you're starting to feel a bit dizzy or not so good, just slow it down a bit. Maybe just do a little bit of gentle, or not expect too much. Like if we're thinking it's something huge and it's only something little, then you might feel a little bit dizzy. Just do it gently and softly. Then what we're going to do, once you've massaged your aura with silver light, then we're going to go through each chakra and just ask for the information to come into our chakra centers. What I believe that would do would be, the information we'd have a more physical understanding of what it actually is, and it's actually going to benefit us in the physical body, is what we need. So silver light into your base chakra at the bottom of your spine, asking for all relative and missing information from our blueprint to be downloaded into our base chakra. Free will and choice now to accept that information from our blueprint into our base chakra. We're going to do the 7 major chakras, so that's the base chakra, moving up to the spleen or sacral. Free will and choice. You can imagine silver light into your chakras, silver energy, asking our guides and angels to download all missing and relative information from our blueprint into our sacral chakra, or helping us to understand what that message is. Moving up to the solar plexus in the middle of our body, massaging, or really we're just using silver light to ask for all we're asking for the understanding to come when we're putting it into our physical body. All missing and relative information that's needed from our blueprint to download into our solar plexus chakra and help us to understand it. We're going up to the heart. Free will and choice for all missing and relative information from our blueprint to come into our heart chakra. Imagining silver light going into your heart. Moving up to the throat. All missing and relative information to come into our throat chakra from our blueprint. Free will and choice to accept that information and to understand it. I believe the silver light's helping us to understand it. Moving up to the third eye. Free will and choice to download all missing and relative information from our blueprint into our third eye chakra or Ajna chakra. I was just going to say, if you don't know the chakras, just follow me anyway, and it's just 7 levels to bringing the information from the blueprint into your physical body. Let's do the Ajna once again. Free will and choice to accept all relative and missing, relative to now, all missing because it sometimes feels like it's missing. It's not actually missing, it's just from our perspective it feels like it's missing. To our guides it's not missing. All missing and relative information from our blueprint into our Ajna chakra. Free will and choice to accept it. Oh, I felt that one. I felt that one a bit more. Let's go to the top, the crown. All relative and missing information from our blueprint to download in our crown. Visualizing silver light. The silver light's actually helping the energy of the blueprint to go in. Now, this is where it got interesting because I felt like we needed to do what I call the transcendent chakras. So the transcendent chakras are the causal, soul star, and stellar gateway. So there's 3 major chakras above our head. And so let's do those. So let's massage those as well. Or it's not really a massage because we did the aura massage. Now this is just visualizing silver light going into the causal. It's about there, the causal chakra. All missing and relative information from our blueprint to go into the causal chakra. So we've really got 7 levels plus 3 levels of understanding of what this information is. So it might be quite important. All relative and missing information from our blueprint to go into our causal chakra. Let's go to the next one. Soul stars above. You're not going to be able to see my hands, but all missing and relative information into our soul star. Free will and choice to allow the information from our blueprint, the relative or missing information from our blueprint, to download into our soul star chakra. And you can just imagine that silver light going into that soul star chakra. Now the one up the top is the stellar gateway. So let's go right up to the top now, above your head. Free will and choice to allow any relative or missing information to come into our stellar gateway chakra. And just visualizing that bright silver light to help us access all relative and missing information from our blueprint. Oh, that's quite powerful. I can feel energy coming through my body. Thank you, guides and angels. Just want to do that one again. Using silver light, we're just visualizing the silver light going into the stellar gateway. All missing and relative information from our blueprint to be downloaded into our stellar gateway chakra. And to help that, we're just visualizing silver light. Thank you, guides and angels. Thank you, higher self. I just feel like we need to visualize a very thin line of silver light now going through all the chakras, or maybe it's the center of our body. It feels like it's the center of our body, just to help with a perfect straight line of energy to assist in that downloading of that information and the alignment that's needed. I think that's all that we needed. Let me just check. You may feel a little bit like overwhelmed or something, but just do it softly. If you feel a little bit overwhelmed, then you've gone a little bit, just do it slowly or softly, or not expecting it to be too big, and then you might ask to be in harmony with the process. That might be better. I do sometimes call in the Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael can help you just calm and relax as you accept the process. And I think that's all. If you followed that, then it will work for you. You may need a little bit of grounding or just a little bit of, soft music as you process it for 5 or 10 minutes, but otherwise it should be fine. If you followed that, then it should work for you. And I hope something wonderful happens for you as a result of that. Now, I've got something interesting to tell you. I might be changing the format of my videos. I've done quite a lot of weekly and monthly videos. I think over a year now I've been doing them. So the format's about to change. I'm actually going to start doing Facebook Live. Now, I did mention this before, where the Facebook Live was going to be, I thought it was going to be in addition to the weekly videos, but it looks like it may replace them. So I may only be doing the Facebook Live from now on, and I will be uploading that on YouTube. So the Facebook Live, I may be able to upload on YouTube, but if I can't, then I'll come onto YouTube occasionally and just give you an update. So for the moment though, it looks like I'll be just doing Facebook Live. So this may be the last weekly video that I'll do for a while, and it's just a change of format. My guides advised me to do Facebook Live, and I've been preparing for it, but I didn't realize I might have to give up the weekly videos, but we'll just wait and see. But if you don't see me again on the YouTube, you'll know that I'm over on Facebook doing Facebook Live. As I said, I will try to upload them here so you can keep in touch. But I'll put the link to my Facebook page so you can prepare the Facebook Live. I haven't prepared for me doing that. I haven't set a date for that yet, so hopefully we'll do that before the end of the year. So if this is the last of my weekly videos, it's been wonderful sharing all my processes with you. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you have too. And hopefully we can still interact with each other on some level. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and hopefully I'll come back occasionally and do some YouTube videos. But lots of love. I hope you've enjoyed that process of the blueprint today, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Okay, lots of love, and bye for now.